This is my beautiful granddaughter. How to use a spitting image to impact your business. Whether you want to grow and supersize your business, whether you want to save your business because it's shut down during the pandemic right now. My home state of Wisconsin is opening things up now. It's actually looking a lot like normal around my little town, in my area, my neck of the woods. But how do you use this spitting image? And why did I show a picture of my granddaughter? Yes, it's her birthday, so what? Well, because she is actually the spitting image of her father. I remember going to the hospital the day she was born, and I saw her and I instantly knew, like bookends. And throughout the years, it's been really interesting to watch her grow up and compare his baby pictures with hers. And they have the same blonde curly hair, and of course he's grown into darker hair, but and she is too. Her hair's already darkening up, but she definitely has more Shirley Temple locks than him. But she's very, very fun to hang out with. She is the spitting image of her father, which leads us into our idiom for today. Spitting image, of course, means a perfect resemblance, an exact likeness, a duplicate, so to speak, of the original, right? Think of Xerox copies and making copies on a copy machine. Now, this idiom doesn't have a super exciting history. It started out as spit and image. They think that maybe the word spit was a shortened version of spirit, but they're not sure. But that turned into and morphed into spit in, like with just an I and an apostrophe at the end. And then that turned into spitting, and then spitting image was, the spit and image was shortened to spitting image. And I guess experts thought it would kind of fit because sometimes a son would look so much like his father, or a daughter would look so much like her father, it was almost as if he could have spit her right out of his mouth. Now that's a stretch for me personally, but it doesn't matter. The image and the idiom and what it means is definitely applicable to us and our businesses and our situations right now today in many, many ways. Sneak a drink of this. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of spitting image or the importance of duplicatable systems is the whole duplicatable systems thing, right? We want to provide predictable results in our business. We want people to know what to expect from us. And that comes by having processes and procedures and systems and methods and ways of doing things the same every time for each customer so that our results are predictable. So every time a customer comes to McDonald's, they know they're going to get the same great meal, right? They're going to get the same predictable meal. They're going to get the same result. Whether they're eating in Nebraska or Texas or Wisconsin or Maine or Japan, they know what to expect from a McDonald's meal, right? A happy meal is a happy meal is a happy meal. Now my son said there's some differences in Japan, but I wouldn't know because I've never been there. But we want to create predictable results for the people that we serve. That is probably one of the most important aspects of duplication and create a spitting image in our organization, right? We want people to know what to expect. We want to create the image that we want, but we also want to make sure that we're being predictable and duplicatable in our results, in not just our end results for the customer, but our internal results from function to function and department to department. We also want to keep in mind that spitting image has a lot to do with the teams that we put together to create the processes and the systems that we create, but to solve problems and to do projects within our organization or with other organizations. We want to team up with people that will give us predictable results. We want to team up with people that are complementary to us, not necessarily exactly like us, right? Two people in the same exact competing business joining forces may or may not be a good thing, and it might be a bad thing for your particular business. But on our teams and in our hiring, especially our hiring practices, there's a rater's prejudice. It's called the halo effect, and you may or may not have heard of it, but we tend to give higher rates or give better feedback to people that are like us or that we think are like us than other people. So if you have two employees and you're doing performance reviews, the one that's like you will probably automatically get a higher rating than somebody that's very different than you. It's just a natural prejudice. We're all prejudiced people. So all this talk about prejudice and discrimination, guess what? Every single one of us discriminates against and for ourselves and against anybody that's different than us. But guess what? Everyone on the planet is different than us. So we're automatically built and born with this built-in selection and prejudice and hiring preferences. Now, we tend to want to hire people that are like us. We tend to like people that are like us, people that we have things in common with. So in corporate America, and especially for my own businesses, I really had to guard myself against this. We always did team hiring. It wasn't just me interviewing somebody and then hiring a whole bunch of little drones that were just like me, or a bunch of yes people, because I knew that that wasn't going to get me the results that I wanted. So I would have a team of us all interview and give feedback and talk about, you know, why the person would be a good fit or not a good fit for the particular job, or mainly for the organization, because people can learn skills, but you want to hire them for the fit within the organization, making sure that we're adding the diversity that we want to make sure that we're including in our organization, so our teams make better decisions and better choices, and they're more effective, and they do a better job for us. Now, with respect to customers, I don't know about you, but I love working with customers that are like me. I want to attract people that are the spitting image of me, or not, maybe not who I am right now, but who I was, say, 20 years ago. Those are my ideal customers. Those are the people that I want to work with in my business now. Now, was it always that way? Heck no. I've had lots of businesses where my customers were the opposite of me, and I hated it, but I didn't like those businesses, so I'm not in them anymore. I want to work with people that have the same values, that have the same purpose, that are going the same direction as me, and I'm just a little bit ahead of them, so I can bring them along with me. So when we're looking for customers, we want to attract people that we know we can help, that have had the same challenges that we've had, because we get them, right? We totally get and can relate to them, and we know with 100% certainty that we can help them. Now, the challenge with that is one of the lessons I learned early on when I was starting to coach people, is as I was moving from actually running my businesses to coaching other people and helping them run their business and going into the coaching industry, I realized all of a sudden one day that, wow, I am saying the same thing over and over and over again to all of my students. What the heck's going on? And that's back when I was doing one-on-one coaching. And I realized that I was attracting people and coaching them on the one thing that I personally needed to do the most. Light bulb moment. And as soon as I did the thing I was coaching people on, all of them started to do it, and when they all started to do it, I graduated to a new class of coaching students, and none of them had that problem, right? And the problem was they were trying to do 100 things instead of narrowing down their focus. And I was doing the same thing. I was trying to do all the different things in the online world instead of focusing in on my genius zone, what I'm really good at. And as soon as I did that and focused in, now I was attracting the people I could help with my genius zone, not everyone else on the planet that had all kinds of diverse problems and were trying to do, you know, not one or two things, but like 10 or 12 different projects. And it's always too much, right? I believe in multitasking. I actually believe that if women didn't have the ability to multitask, that the species wouldn't continue. But I also know that there's an incredible power to focusing in on what's really important and to making sure we're living in alignment with our priorities. So those are my thoughts on the spitting image today. I would love to know your experience with this expression. If you see it impacting your business and your life, share in the comments below. If I can help you in any way, just ask, please. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you apply it to your life right now?